Hello everyone, I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Take out your geography book and welcome to geography class for class 7. Take out page number 39. Take out lesson number 4, weathering and soil formation. Topics to be discussed in the lesson: introduction, rocks and types of rocks, weathering, its meaning, types of weathering, mechanical weathering, chemical weathering, biological weathering, factors affecting weathering, soil profile, factors affecting formation of soil, and conservation of soil. Let's discuss the learning outcomes of the lesson. Children will be able to understand what is weathering, what is rock, different types of rocks, different types of weathering, analyzes the factors that affect the weathering, soil formation, discuss the importance of soil conservation, describe the ways to conserve it. Let's start the topic. Weathering is the disintegration and decomposition of rocks at or near the earth's surface. The landforms of the earth's surface are continuously undergoing changes. Why these changes are happening? These changes are happening due to weathering, erosion and soil formation. Let us read and understand more about this topic. Weathering and soil formation. Weathering means the disintegration and decomposition of rocks at or near the earth's surface. The surface of the earth consists of varieties of landforms such as plains, plateaus, mountains, hills, valleys. Now we will discuss all the definitions. Landform means physical or relief features of the earth. For example, plateaus and mountains. Plains, flat and fertile land, for example the northern plains. Plateaus, high flat tableland with rocky and uneven surface, for example the Deccan Plateau of India. Mountains, high hills with a pointed peak, for example the Himalayas. Hills, small mountains which are less than 900 meters in height. Valleys, flat and fertile land lying between two mountains, for example the Kullu Valley. Such landforms of the earth appear to be permanent and constant. Most of the people consider that the surface of the earth has a permanent features, but they means these landforms appear to be permanent and constant, but they are undergoing with changes. We are aware that mountains may eventually be eroded by rivers, means stream of water coming from higher ground level to lower ground level and washed into the sea, means salty water bodies smaller than ocean. The lakes means deep depression on the earth's surface filled with water, may fill up with sediment, means fine clay, sand and silt brought by the rivers, and disappear. Here means mountains are slowly breaking down by the rivers and washed into the sea. These lakes are filled with sediments and disappear. Let's continue with the reading. Some of these changes occurred suddenly, whereas some were gradual, means slow. The landform of the earth's surface are created out of the rock materials of the earth's crust by the certain natural processes. In fact, certain forces are responsible for these changes. The changes on the landform of the earth are done by two types of natural forces. One is endogenic, one is exogenic. Endogenic forces, the forces that act within the earth's surface is called endogenic forces. They can be slow movement, they can be sudden movement, like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes. The forces that act from the outside of the earth's surface is called exogenic forces. For example, weathering, erosion and deposition. Introduction of the topic rocks. The earth crust is made up of different types of rocks. The rock is the natural mass of mineral or matters that makes up the earth crust. They can be as hard as granite and marble and can be as soft as clay and sand. Rock is not a chemical compound but a mixture of various minerals. Let's read the topic rocks. Any natural mass of mineral means underground wealth. Matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Minerals are the main components of the rock. The rocks are the solid particles made up of a mixture of minerals. So the rocks can be found under the earth or outside of the earth. So it is made up of mixture of the minerals. The rocks can be hard, soft or elastic. It can be hard as granite and marble. It can be soft as clay and sand. A rock has no definite chemical composition but a conglomeration of various minerals. Conglomeration means mixture of various minerals. The types of rocks. Rocks can be classified into three categories: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock. Igneous rock. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, means fire. Igneous rocks are the first rocks to be formed on the earth. Hence, igneous rocks are known as the primary rocks. They are formed by cooling and solidification of molten lava and magma inside and outside of the earth's surface. They are not found in layers. They lack in fossils. These rocks are very hard. Dolerite, basalt, and granite are the examples of igneous rocks. Let's start with the reading. Igneous rocks. The word igneous is derived from a Latin word ignis, which means fire. These rocks are formed by cooling and solidification of molten lava. This is the definition of igneous rock. Rock that are formed by cooling and solidification of molten lava. The fiery red hot molten material inside the earth is called magma. During the volcanic eruptions, magma comes out from the interior of the earth to its surface, which is known as lava.
Magma means fiery red hot molten material inside the earth, and lava means when magma comes out on the earth's surface from interior of the earth during the volcanic eruptions.
These rocks are also called the primary rocks because igneous rocks are ancestors of all other sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks make up 85% or more than the earth's crust. The igneous rocks are known as the primary rocks. Our earth crust is made up of 85% of all the other rocks like sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks are formed from the igneous rocks. These rocks are found in large shapeless masses. They are not found in layers. So they are not found in layers, they are shapeless. Igneous rocks have crystalline structure. They lack in fossils. Fossils means dead and decay of animals and plants. These rocks are very hard. Dolerite, basalt, and granite are the examples of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks can be intrusive, plutonic, and extrusive, volcanic. Let's discuss more about intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks.
The earth crust is made up of different types of rocks. The rocks which make up the maximum volume of the earth crust is known as igneous rock. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, means fire. When magma reaches the earth's surface is called lava. The cooling and solidification of lava at the earth's surface result in the formation of extrusive igneous rock, also known as volcanic rocks. Due to rapid cooling, their crystals are fine-grained. However, some of the magma cannot come out and settle inside the surface. The magma cools slowly beneath the earth's surface, as it is completely surrounded by soil and rocks. The cooling and the solidification of magma at the depth within the earth's surface. These rocks are called intrusive igneous rock. Pumice and obsidian both are extrusive igneous rock. Pumice is used as a lightweight concrete and obsidian is used to make ornaments. Granite and diorite both are intrusive igneous rock and both are used as a building material.
Intrusive plutonic igneous rocks. When the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust, the intrusive igneous rocks are originated. They are formed. These rocks are light in color. Yes, they are light in color because they cool down inside the earth's surface. Granite is an intrusive igneous rock. This is an example of intrusive igneous rock. Grinding stone are made up of granite. You can see the picture, a woman using grinding stone. This is a chakki. You can say this is a chakki. These stones are used to prepare paste or powder of spices, means masale, and grains, means anaj. Extrusive volcanic rocks. When the molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it cools down and becomes solid to form rocks. These type of rocks are called the extrusive igneous rocks. This is the definition of extrusive igneous rock. These are dark colored rocks. These rocks have very fine grained structures. Due to the rapid cooling, they have a very fine grained structure. Basalt is an example of extrusive igneous rock. Deccan Plateau of India is made up of basalt, an extrusive igneous rock. Let's discuss the distribution of igneous rocks on the map of India. First, the Deccan Plateau. Almost whole the Deccan Plateau is made up of igneous rocks. The Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau both are also made up of igneous rocks. Let's discuss about sedimentary rocks. By name, it can understand it is made up of sediments brought by the rivers. Let's understand the formation of sedimentary rocks by a diagram. The picture shows that land is broken and the broken particles are deposited on the seabed. This forms the layers of the sediments over the time. The bottom layer turns into sedimentary rocks. Let's discuss more about sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary is derived from a Latin word sedimentum, meaning settle down. These rocks are formed by the sediments of the other rocks, which were broken down through the action of various weathering agents such as running water, wind means moving air, glaciers means moving sheet of ice. Generally, the rocks roll down, crack, hit each other, and they break down into the smaller particles. These tiny rock particles are called the sediments. We have already discussed fine sand and clay particles brought by the river is called sediment. Let's continue. These sediments are transported and deposited from one place to another by wind, water, and other natural agents. Further, the sediment get compressed and hardened to form the layer of the rocks. I have already discussed this part with the help of diagram. First, the sediments are brought by the rivers. It is collected in the layers. After compression, the layers get hardened to form the layers of the rocks. These layered rocks are known as sedimentary rocks. The sediments are then deposited in different layers or strata. Hence, these rocks are also called the stratified rock. Due to different layers, this is known as stratified rocks. Chalk, sandstone are the examples of sedimentary rocks. These sedimentary rocks are rich in fossils, means remains of death and decay of animals and plants. Let's discuss the distribution of sedimentary rocks through map of India. Sedimentary rocks are mostly found in the areas of river basins. Why so? Because sediments are brought down by the rivers and settles in the layer. So, in India, it is found in the Ganga basin, Satluj basin, the Brahmaputra basin, and the basins of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and also on the western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. Let's discuss about metamorphic rock. The meaning of metamorphic is change or altered. These rocks are either igneous or sedimentary rocks which have undergone a change due to excessive heat and pressure. This change of one type of rock to another is called metamorphic rock. For example, due to excessive heat and pressure, limestone changes into marble and sandstone changes into quartzite. Let's read from book Metamorphic rock. The word metamorphic is derived from the Greek words meta and morph, meaning change of form. Fossils are the remains of dead plants and animals and other microorganisms that traps in the layer of the rocks. This is the definition of fossils. The rocks that get changed from their original form due to pressure and great heat are called metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed either by igneous or sedimentary rocks which have undergone a change due to excessive heat and pressure. Due to that, their size, texture are changed. The following igneous rocks changes into metamorphic rocks: basalt, schist, granite, gneiss, coal, graphite. The following sedimentary rocks change into metamorphic rocks: limestone changes into marble, shale changes into slate, and sandstone changes into quartzite. Rock cycle. The three categories of rocks are constantly forming in continuous cycle, which is called the rock cycle. When igneous rocks are exposed to weather change, they are broken and eroded and give birth to sedimentary rock. Due to excessive heat and pressure, these rocks further undergo a change into metamorphic rock. These form of changing from one rock to another is called rock cycle. You can also draw this rock cycle diagram in your copies. So discuss the following. Let's move further. Difference between igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Your first difference point should be definition. Let's see. These rocks are formed by cooling and solidification of molten lava. Igneous rocks are formed by this. Sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed by the sediments of other rocks which were broken down and due to action of various weathering agents like running water, wind, glaciers. So wind, glacier and running water, they are responsible to carry the sediments from one place to another. Metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks are those that have been changed from their original form due to high pressure and heat. When igneous and sedimentary rock get changed due to high heat and pressure to form the metamorphic rocks. Our next point is made up of. Igneous rocks are made up of crystals. Sedimentary rocks, eroded material is the main constituent of these rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Igneous and the sedimentary rocks form the metamorphic rocks. Come to third point. Content. These rocks are rich in metallic minerals. Metallic means minerals that contain metal, for example, iron and copper. Igneous rocks are very rich in iron and copper and other metallic minerals. Sedimentary rocks. Non-metallic minerals are found in the sedimentary rocks. Non-metallic means minerals that do not contain metal but they are rich in fossils. But igneous rocks do not rich in fossils. They are the great reservoirs of precious gemstones. Next point is found as. They are found as hard masses, hard stones. Igneous rocks are mostly found as hard rocks. Sedimentary rock. They are found in the layers and also known as stratified rock. Stratified, strata means layers. So sedimentary rocks are found in the layers, so it is called stratified rocks. These rocks have hard structures. So metamorphic rocks have the hard structures. Next point is examples. Examples of igneous rocks: granite, dolerite and basalt are the examples of igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks, chalk and sandstones are the examples of sedimentary rocks. Marbles and graphites are the examples of metamorphic rocks. This is the end of today's topic. I hope that you understood the topic and you are able to solve some exercises related to it. Don't forget to learn the terms. Learn the terms side by side. I'll come with the next video. Thank you.